Salutations, respected viewers. This is George from Ireland. Here I am in Chelsea, London, not New York, on Ebury Street. Behind me you can see number 182, the Red Door. And this is where Vita Sackville-West and her husband, Harold Nicholson, lived. She's born in 1892, died in 1962 if memory serves. And her husband was a bit older than her, died in 1968 though. So they're both distinguished as writers, as members of the Bloomsbury set. They had impeccably upper middle class backgrounds, maybe upper class on her husband's side. His grandfather being an admiral, his father's also a distinguished naval officer, and they're part of the Bloomsbury set, this early 20th century loose social set of left-wing intellectuals and writers. Often they're based around Bloomsbury Square. Chelsea is about 3 miles from Bloomsbury Square, but nevertheless, they're part of that milieu. And they're good friends with Virginia Woolf, for instance, the famous authoress of To the Lighthouse and all the rest of it. So despite being married, Vita Sackville-West, she was actively bisexual, and she had a long and torrid love affair with Virginia Woolf, and her husband was also philandering. But they had an open marriage, and their son Nigel Nicholson but also became a distinguished writer, and indeed he wrote a novel about them, Portrait of a Marriage, which was subsequently turned into a television film. Their grandson, his name escapes me, he too is a distinguished writer and journalist. So that's them in Chelsea. It was always a bit artsy. Maybe the wealthier end of Bohemian society was living here in Chelsea, because obviously Chelsea was a village a few miles from London. These were often market gardens till the late 19th century, till Victoria Station was built about a mile away, and then it rather sort of came up in the world since then. So that is the house of Vita Sackville-West and Harold Nicholson.